So the big question is this: how do small business owners like us grow our leadership, develop our teams, and scale our business in a way that allows us to get our products and services out to the world, yet still remain profitable? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. I'm Bradley Hamner, and this is the Club Capital Leadership Podcast. Welcome to The Bottom Line, a new weekly podcast series that we drop every Thursday to complement our weekly Monday podcast interviews with the industry leaders. These podcasts are going to be designed to give you short, impactful, and value-driven information that you can start using right away in your business. I value your time and attention and will do my very best not to waste it. Just get what you need and go. So with that, let's get into today's episode. Are you an agency owner looking to grow your revenue, increase your bottom line, and better manage your taxes? Club Capital is here to help. Club Capital is the largest accounting and advisory firm for insurance agents in the country, providing monthly accounting, tax strategy, and CFO services. Way more than bookkeeping and your everyday run-of-the-mill tax prep, Club Capital is focused on providing financial and tax advisory services that help you plan and forecast your agency's performance. Their financial dashboards and agency forecasting tools help you better understand your agency's historical performance, create and measure future targets, and see how your agency compares to your peers around the country. Imagine what it would be like to understand the impact to your bottom line when deciding to hire a new employee, or forecast the impact rate changes or commission rates will have on your business. With over $200 million in tracked annual revenue and $140 million in tracked annual expenses, Club Capital has the data and the team to help you make better informed decisions for your agency. They will help you turn that back office stress into the backbone of your agency's success by giving you the tools to take your agency and your leadership to the next level. Visit club.capital today to book a solution overview with one of our business consultants. Club Capital, way more than a CPA firm. Hey team, hope you're having an awesome day. So I was talking to someone the other day and I just got this mention, I just kind of came out of my mouth in the moment. And I said, the business just has gravity to it. It's always going to pull you back into the day-to-day, and you really have to work to be intentional and get above it. And so if you listen to last week's episode, whenever I talked about it's not about how hard you work, this is a little bit of a continuation around that. And so if towards the end of that episode, I was mentioning that, you have to be intentional about getting above the day-to-day. Because think about this. Nobody is ever going to be coming and knocking on your door unless you have a coach or some accountability partner. Nobody's going to be sending you a text message or an email saying, hey, have you done your planning for this quarter? Have you taken the time this week to spend time thinking about your business? Have you spent time scheduling out and planning for your week this week? What about your quarterly reviews coming up with your team? I mean, none of those things actually pull you towards them, right? I mean, you have to be intentional about it. But what are the things that absolutely suck you in? It's the client emails that come in and someone's, moving their business, canceling their service policies, whatever with you. And it immediately pulls you back in, or you have a customer issue that you have to deal with of some sort, right? Or you have a team member issue. Those things suck you into the day-to-day. It's almost like a black hole, literally, where it just, as you get closer to it, pulls you in. And so I think that it was helpful for that business owner. It's been really helpful for me to think, if business has gravity, if there's a gravity to business that pulls me in to the day-to-day things, and some of those are important. I'm not saying that they're not, but so many of the things that really propel our businesses forward are the things that are not the day-to-day activities. You still have to do some of those things, but it gets I wish I could recall where, I think it's the Stephen Covey matrix, where he talks about the important, not urgent things. That's kind of what I think about, but it's the not important, urgent things that will pull us into it. The gravity of it pulls us back down. So if you think about that, hopefully that's helpful for you. It's been helpful for me, and I've shared it with some other people, is that business has gravity. Business has gravity. And what that means is it's going to pull you into the things that probably are not going to move the business forward. And so again, I think this is a little bit of a additional to what I mentioned last week, which is it's really not about how hard you work. It's about what you work on. And the things that you need to work on are not the things that are just going to happen naturally. If you just walk into your business or you go to your computer and you begin your day, it's really easy to just allow the responding to emails and allow the day to happen, versus it takes intentionality and it takes some discipline and takes some structure to lay out your day and lay out your week, and let alone lay out the quarter for exactly what are the priorities of the business and what are the most important things that I need to be working on, and do I have them scheduled, and do I communicate it with my team? And so I leave it with those last two things, as I'll think about after I come out of a thinking time session, which again, I'm going to do an episode about that and why that's been maybe one of the most transformative disciplines that I have that's helped me, and it's certainly helped some other people as well. But when I come out of that, I'll think, what do I need to calendar and what do I need to communicate? So what do I need to calendar? Put on my calendar, because I obviously live by my calendar, as many of you do. And then what do I need to communicate? So what do I need to communicate to my assistant? What do I need to communicate to my team? And then in what format is going to be the best way to do that? And so hopefully that's helpful to you. Business has gravity. It's always going to pull you back into the day-to-day. You have to work hard about being intentional about what you work on, so that you can actually be making sure that you're working on the right things to move the business forward. All right, everyone. Hope that helps. Talk to you soon. Lead well. If you're listening to this podcast, I know you're someone who has a growth mindset, and you probably want to be able to grow your book of business as well. Well, DirectClick specializes in helping insurance agencies leverage Google Ads and SEO to drive inbound phone calls, leads, online visibility, and even organic traffic. You can be confident in knowing exactly how well your ads are working and getting support in what really matters in your business. Get exclusive online marketing support today when you visit directclicksinc.com. You know how important it is to develop yourself and to develop your team. Well, if you're going to do that, you want to do it with the best. Work with Coach P Consulting to learn and implement the same strategies that he used to sell over 700 life policies in 2021 alone. You'll get personalized coaching 2 times a week and an in-depth look at how his office is run, and Coach P will train your team alongside his own. Get your first month free when you mention the Club Capital Leadership Podcast during signup. Visit CoachPconsulting.com to get started. If you've listened to this podcast for any amount of time, you've heard me say many times, the best use of money is to be able to buy back your time. And one of the best ways to do that is by hiring a virtual assistant. Whether it's an executive assistant or creative marketing assistant, RockSolid has a unique hiring process to net the very best talent, and they intentionally match you with a great fit for you and your team. They value your success as if it were their own, because it is. If you're looking to build a rock-solid team for your business, reach out to Tracy and her team at rocksolidassistance.com.